Hey everyone, my name is Jeremiah Byers. You can call me Mr. Byers. I'm going to be your teacher for English 1102 this summer, which is really not really the summer. It's just June, a little bit of May, and a little bit of July. But mostly it's just a June semester. I have been teaching this course, 1102. For my total career, I've been teaching it for over 10 years. At GTC, I've been teaching it for maybe about 3 years. Okay, I teach high school English also. So I don't know if any of you are dual enrollment students, but if you went to Parkview, I could be your teacher. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go over with this one. I'm going to go over essentially how class runs, where to find everything. I'm not going to do any, well, no, I'm going to do some instruction for you, just a little bit of instruction. But every week, actually twice a week, I'm going to be posting videos, okay, that correlate to the work that you'll be doing in the class. So these are necessary for you to listen to and watch. I mean, ideally, you're watching it too, especially if I'm covering things on my screen, like I'm about to do that in a moment. I am recording these from my home, so at any moment my dog could pop up, my children could pop up. You know, it's a crazy wackadoodle world out there, all right? And luckily for most of us who do online teaching and learning, the quarantine hasn't been as big of a change. I mean, I did these videos the last several years also for my classes, which you will notice. Some of the ones that I will post are repostings from videos I recorded last semester or the year before when I'm covering certain stories. There are going to be some stories that we cover in this class that I've already covered. So I'm going to post some videos analyzing these stories, even though they were recorded last semester or last year. So if my hair is longer, or if I'm in my trailer at school, or if a student comes up randomly and we're not social distancing in the video, that's because it was recorded at a different time. Okay? All right. So let's get started. I'm going to show you my screen. You should be able to see my screen. Okay? This is the course. Let's say you just logged in and it might have brought you to the home page. It takes you to the home page, okay? What I say is always begin with announcements. Announcements is one of the main ways that I will always communicate with you. They post here, and then every time I have a new one, it posts right at the very top. And the ones that are old will go to the bottom, just like the way that Facebook works. So here's my Welcome to English post. You should read it. You should, find out what I'm saying in it. Okay. Whenever I post an announcements, I always send an email version of it out also. Anything I say in the announcements, anything I say in the video lectures, you are accountable for that information. All right. You can't really say, well, I didn't read that. I didn't know that. I didn't listen to that, because I'm telling you now. It's anything I write or post or speak in one of these videos is your responsibility to have heard. All right, so you can read that. Then you go to start here. Okay. You should go to syllabus first. Okay. There's part 1. Part 2 about the course, buyer's policies. This is important. It's a Word document, and I'm sure that if you have any questions about this, you can email me. I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm just going to sort of talk about a few of the important things mentioned in this document. One is my email address. Email me always through here. Do not post online. Don't post. Don't go find. I don't use the discussion board, but it exists, and there is a link for questions or comments to teacher I don't check that. I don't use that. Okay. So if you need anything, email me here. All right. jbyers@gwinnettech.edu. I get these on my phone and I'll reply to you. All right. But I do want to emphasize number 3 right here. If you email me and I do not get back to you within 48 hours, simply email me again. Make sure your tone is kind and professional when contacting me. It's amazing how many rude or demanding or entitled messages I receive from students, and I've had to do lectures on proper email etiquette. Okay, so just let's keep it professional. Okay, and nice. Okay, so look, grade book. Your grades get broken up into 4 categories. All right, we have 3 essays you're writing. The first essay 1 is worth 20% of your overall grade. Essay 2 is worth 25% of your overall grade. Essay 3 is worth 30% of your overall grade. And then all the other assignments that we're doing in this class are combined together for 25%. Okay? And all that adds up to 100%. So those 3 essays account for 75% of your overall coursework. All right? That's a lot. So we have 7 other assignments that you'll complete over the next 7 weeks. Okay? So those all account for 25%. All right. So the papers are major. Some people are like, well, you know, like I did all my work and I did 2 essays, but I didn't turn in the 3rd essay. I mean, what can that really do to my grade? Well, it can bring you down 30 points. Okay. You have to. It is more important that you do those 3 essays than you do those 7 assignments. Okay. All right. Late policy. This, you can read all this, okay? But essentially this, okay? As I'll show you in a moment, the work that's completed for this course is due either on a Monday or a Thursday. I have a very specific date. I have specific dates for every assignment. I'm going to show you that in a moment, all right? But just know, Mondays and Thursdays, there's something always due. Okay, if it's a Monday, you have something to do. If it's Thursday, you have something to do. And it's due Monday morning at 5 a.m. or Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Okay. Used to people, you know, we would have this like, you know, it would be due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. But that's kind of stupid because between 12 a.m. Monday and 5 a.m. Monday, I'm still sleeping. All right. I don't get up until about 4:45. So I'm not going to start grading your work until 5 a.m. on Monday or 5 a.m. on Thursday. So for some of you who like to pull the old all-nighters, you might want to be working on an assignment. You know, I suggest you don't, but you might want to be working on it between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. on Monday morning because you're pulling an all-nighter and you worked all weekend. I don't know. Okay. So you essentially this, your work is due by that. That's the safety. That's the safety cutoff. All right. I'm not going to grade work before 5 a.m. on Monday morning or before 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. Okay. So now look though, if you turn, you can still turn work in after that 5 a.m. cutoff. Okay. As long as I have not already started grading the assignment. I don't always wake up on Monday to wanting to start grade. I might want to wake up on Tuesday and decide to grade. Okay. So, if you, let's say you don't turn in that assignment until Monday at 5 p.m., okay, there's no late penalty because I haven't started grading it until Tuesday, all right? But you don't know that. You don't know if I'm going to wait till Tuesday to grade the assignment. Therefore, you should try to go and get that assignment in at 5 a.m. on Monday, okay? So make sure, essentially this, I will take late work. It's not late until I actually start grading the assignment. But if I grade the assignment and I put a 0 in the grade book for that assignment, you may no longer turn it in. All right. I am not going to go back and grade assignments that have been turned in late. All right. If it's an essay, if I go to grade the essays and yours is not turned in and you get a 0, then you can email me and ask me. We can work something out, all right? Because those are major grades. But if it's just a classwork regular assignment, all right, once you get the 0 in the grade book, I'm not going to take that assignment, all right, once there's a 0 in the grade book. Okay, so if you decide to try to chance it and turn in work after the due time, that's on you. You might be successful and get it turned in before I start grading it, or you might have waited too long and you get a 0. Okay, it is what it is. All right, so there's that. You can read through this for more specific information if you want it. All right, but now let's go over to. If we go over to start here. Okay, so we were at syllabus. If you scroll down, you'll see the list of assignments, due dates, and lecture topics. Download this. Download it and print it off. I have my copy right here, even though I'm going to print another one off because I've already marked on it. All right. But this tells you what we're going to cover, what's due, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So I have our weeks. We're essentially having 2 things. We're kind of dividing the week up into 2 days, Mondays and Thursdays, even though those are just days I'm going to be posting stuff and things that are due. So if we see here, today is, if you're watching this today, it is, the day that I posted this, it is May 26th. There are no assignments due because it's the first day of class, okay? And these are the things I'm talking about today. Intro to class. I'm going to be discussing MLA formatting. I'm going to show you how to find sources. I am going to talk to you about reading Hills Like White Elephants, okay? Then the next day is 5/29. That is on Thursday. Well, actually, because it's the first week and we started on a Monday, okay? I'm sorry, we started on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. We lost a day. I pushed the first week to a Friday due date. But after this first week, everything's going to be due either on Monday or Thursday. All right. So on 5/29, you have due the welcome quiz. This needs to have been completed by 5 a.m. on the 29th, okay? You need to also have submitted the Finding Sources assignment, which I'm going to go over today. You need to submit that by 5 a.m. on the 29th. Yes, if you turn it in after 5 a.m., it might be fine because I might not have graded it yet. But if I go to grade it and it's not there, it's a 0 and you can't turn it back in. And then on 5/29, I'm going to post a lecture on these topics. How to write a college level paragraphs, how to analyze literature, and I'm going to provide an analysis of Hills Like White Elephants. Okay? We're going to annotate it, and then we'll talk briefly about the sea change. All right? This is a video lecture. It might be broken up into 2 different links. Okay? One new, I'm telling you right now, this one, Hills Like White Elephants, this is going to be a video that I created last semester. I'm just going to post. Okay? That you need to watch. So you see, if you go through, we see our assignments: welcome quiz, finding source assignment, Hills Like White Elephants, the sea change and Hills discussion, short story, essay workday, short story, essay due. Next to the assignments, for the assignments you have the number. All right, what assignment number it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, there's only 10 assignments all semester. That's including the three essays. Next to each assignment tells you how much of your overall grade that assignment is worth. So let's imagine there's 10 points. I'm sorry, there's 100 points total for this class. All right. Each assignment is worth 3.6 points, adding up to that 100. And then you get to your first essay, and that's essentially 20 points of that total 100 points. All right. And then the Raven assignment is 3.6. But then essay number 2 is 25. All right. So this tells you, like, this kind of gives you an idea about like how much things weigh in the course. So like, look, if you didn't turn in the finding sources assignment by a due date, and I've graded it and I've given you a 0, don't cry about it, because essentially out of the 10 assignments, which are 7 of those are small assignments, you can skip 2 of those and still come out with an A in the class. All right. So, and that's like 25% of the work. So that's why, you know, it's not a huge detriment to your grade if you just didn't turn an assignment in, unless that assignment is an essay. Then of course that's a big problem. All right. Which is why, because essays count so much against your grade, that's why technically you can turn those in late, but we have to discuss that personally. All right. So yeah, so we got lecture notes and we have our assignments. I suggest, look, every assignment's posted. Everything's up here. You need to know when things are due. All right. And I do not want emails the morning of when things are due, begging for an extension because for some reason your internet's not working, it won't post, you can't submit, blah, 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 blah. All right? Be ahead of the game. Be ahead of the game. Don't wait last minute. All right? The reason I'm giving you all this in advance is so that way you can be ahead of the game, so you can take into effect any possibilities. All right? This is like a lesson of life. Don't wait till the end, at the very last minute, to do something, because if so, you're gonna get screwed up. Okay. All right. Before I go into the units discussion, I'm going to stop this video because if these go too long, they're really hard to upload. So this is the end of part 1. All right. End part 1.